welcome to an episode with the Millennial Group. And today's podcast, we are going to share with you the latest statistics for Southwest Washington, what's happening in the market, what are the trends that we're seeing, and ultimately what to expect if you're planning to enter the market. So we're going to start with new listings. Dina, take it away for us today.
Thank you. So for new listings, we are noticing that they increased 6% from what was listed in March of last year and increased 23.4% from what was listed in February of this year. So definitely a bigger increase from last month's inventory, but still an increase from last year as well. So a lot more inventory in the Southwest Washington market.
Well, I wouldn't say a lot more, but
a lot more, but the more
is good.
Great. The more the merrier.
Yes,
especially
absolutely.
with the problems that we've been having lately.
100%. And we're going to talk about pending sales next. We saw an increase of 7% from offers accepted in March of 2023. So that put us at 585 new offers accepted this year. And we saw an increase of 10% from the offers accepted in February of 2024. So that put us at 569 new offers accepted in March from February. So great activity. We're seeing that despite the high interest rates, things are moving, things are churning. Is it the numbers I would like to see? No, but I think it's a step in the right direction. Inventory and time on market. Inventory decreased to 2.1 months. So what basically that means is if we were to stop putting homes on the market today, we would only have basically just 2 months of homes for sale before we're completely dried out, which is absolutely insane. That lets us know we're still in a really hot seller's market, and we're more than likely still going to see a lot of multiple offers on properties due to the lack of inventory, despite the high interest rate environment. However, the flip side of that, which makes this really interesting, is that we're seeing the total market time increase to 103 days on the market on average before we can expect a home to get an offer. So things are sitting a little bit longer. They're sitting over 3 months, but we don't have a whole lot of inventory. So it's really easy for sellers to negotiate the way that they want.
Yeah.
I'll pass the baton to Dina, and she's going to talk about closed sales.
Okay, so closed sales have increased 4.4% from the 473 closings in March of last year and increased 22.9% from the 402 closings in February of this year. So again, we are noticing a little bit of an increase. Again, not the numbers we want to see, but still there.
Things are still closing. Things are still selling.
And that's what ultimately matters.
Yeah.
I mean, what did you say? It was 103 days on market?
Yeah.
In this market, it's still not bad as long as things are still selling.
Yeah.
Closing.
Yeah. Especially because at the beginning of the year, I feel like a lot of people were screaming Armageddon because of the high interest rates, and everyone was expecting by like Q1 of this year that interest rates will start to trend downward. And after that CPI report yesterday, I don't know. So it
not what people wanted to see.
No, it's not. But it does feel good to know that, more people are still entering the market. More people still see the benefits of homeownership despite this market.
Yeah.
And if a great house comes up, they're willing to move on it, especially if it's priced right, priced competitively. So I guess I'll do year-to-date summary.
Yeah.
We're going to compare the first 3 months of 2023 to 2024. So quarter one, So the new listings in that time period increased 11.4%. Pending sales increased just 2.8%, and closed sales increased 0.7%. So just under 1% there over the same time period, over a year time. So that lets us know, obviously, it's no surprise. Last year, for the most part, there's not a huge difference from last year, especially when it comes to closed sales in Southwest Washington. Again, would we like to see better numbers? Absolutely. But I think on the horizon, we have something good coming up.
Yeah.
With the average and median sales price. So let's talk about that, Dina.
So the average and median sales price comparing 2024 to last year through March, the average sales price has increased 2.1% from 555,600 to 567,100. In that same comparison, the median sales price has increased 3% from 500,000 to 515,000.
Yeah.
So noticing a little bit of a jump in those sales prices. Not a lot. Again, it's a trend we've been saying throughout this whole video, not the numbers we want to see, but I think it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, I think for the increased sales price over the year, I think as a community, we want more affordability. And it's a really hard battle because despite interest rates being so high, we're seeing that home prices are still increasing over time. 3% for the median sales price, 2.1% from the average sales price. They sound like small numbers, but that can really affect an entry-level buyer, which this price range is typically serving.
Right.
So if we have this battle between high prices still rising and high interest rates, it can be discouraging for home buyers. It can be completely uncomfortable. And we all know that we have a strong affordability issue here in Southwest Washington, the Portland metropolitan area in general. So I think one of the things that we have to factor into is that we need more inventory. We need new builds. Obviously, we would love lower interest rates, right? But I think if you guys can also find an opportunity where if it's still affordable and it still works out for you, get into home ownership. Don't just get into it for the sake of getting into it. Like, look at your numbers, right? Make sure it makes sense for you and your household. But if it does, don't wait because of interest rates, because what's that stupid saying? I actually really hate the saying, but it's true to an extent.
Marry the house, date the interest rate.
Yeah. Marry the house, date the rate. If it makes sense, like run your numbers. But it can be true in some instances. So,
right, yeah.
Yes, in some instances only. But that's the statistics for March 2024. I hope this was insightful for all of you watching. Should you plan to enter the market, whether you're looking to buy or sell a home and you need guidance, you need a real estate advisor to help you through that process, contact us. We are more than happy to assist you in getting to the closing table, and we will see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.